Hello, Beast of the World, Montar is here. Hello all, welcome back to another stream of Zero Escape, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. Last time, we had we had finished the final puzzle of the true ending, and then we quit. So, let's actually, do that here.
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did!
And if only it were Sudoku, then I could have solved it easily without your help, Jumpy.
Now I just have to press enter!
Then press enter already, you idiot.
What the hell are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Yay! Good job, Connie.
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying, and enjoying being alive. When he came back, the stream was over! Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Yeah, sorry about that abrupt end. I really wanted, for election day, I really wanted to be doing the stream with Juker. I really didn't want to be doing, I really wanted something else to distract me from that. So I'm like, yeah, 999 for 30 minutes won't do that. Can't quite believe I did that, but I'm so glad, so glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. And my heart might actually be on fire if I don't actually hit enter. No, I don't have the time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here.
I'm also about to burn.
I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Akane, I have to hang up now. Ring, 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 banana phone.
Of course, that's fine!
Oh, it's fine. You enjoy your life or death situation. The one that I and my brother put you through. With tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind. Hang up the mental cell phone.
Now.
Well, 7 Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Insane? Yes.
Okay.
Shut it.
Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Alright, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
You failed us, Junpei.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
You failed. You're a failure. Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? Got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. Why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle meant. 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7. 2 plus 4 plus 7 plus 7. Plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. Snake, Clover, me, 7, and Lotus. Then, door 9. No, that's it. That number on the door isn't a 9. It's a 4. It's not even a number. Never mind. Maybe it is a number.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course! Then we've got to put the right numbers into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Let's do that now.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, don't have much time. Man, I sure hope they just trust me on this one, or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go.
Verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who?
What combination?
Everyone!
Yes, we all need to verify.
This is the longest minute.
Why? You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened.
We're still going to burn everything, though.
Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, never mind. Did something happen that was funny? Yeah, almost everybody burned to death. Oh, thank fucking Christ. No time to be happy, time to go.
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. Still gotta find the dead. We win! We won the nonary game, guys!
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
And that guy sure can't laugh when he wants to. Like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane?
Mood.
Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. Look at how tiny her hand is. Aww. We talked about Clover having small hands. The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Akane!
Oi!
I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
Hold on. Her bracelet still hasn't been authenticated on the dead. You can see the skull right there. I don't think this is the time to be hugging. Oh god, that would be terrible. Oh no. Just during the hug, just like, oh wait a second, the dead! And then all 4 of them just die right here. Oh, that would be so sad. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go, and he held them as tight as I could. The real bad ending. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever. But I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelets... Okay. Okay, they do acknowledge that. My bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. Sadly, I forgot one of the bracelets in the incinerator. Took me only a moment to get and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we'd called 7 in 9 years and Snake the blind boy were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Mm-hmm. Aoi was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom. Time for more running! But if they can get us out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so hard I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. 7 talking.
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
It shouldn't have.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
How about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
Yeah.
Right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10.
Mhm.
B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
Yes.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What
No.
if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same. So, I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16,
H is 17, I is 18, J is 19,
K is 20, L is
It's
21,
21. M is 22.
N is 23, O is 24, P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Q.
26!
And what does that mean?
That wasn't a... That was a Q!
That wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q! A fucking lowercase Q!
Fucking Q, of course it was.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running! God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every single cell of my body is dying for air. Every damn breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. What don't we have time for? Why do we need to keep running? Santa's not going to murder us anymore. We saved Akane. There's no reason for us to be running this hard. Let's run like a bullet down a rifled barrel, like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally! I guess the water, maybe? Even that, nah. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together, you're almost there.
Alright, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah,
Yes, we're finally here.
please do.
Sure, you look like a big, heavy door, but you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open now. Ship will sink if they're not fast enough, fair enough. I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace, not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the Gigantic. On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank. It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone. Aoi whispered.
Yeah.
It was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. This was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years. Yes, finally, air! Gah! Damn, that sun sure is bright. I can barely see anything. Gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait,
No way.
you've gotta be shitting me. We're in Atlantis?
What?
It can't be.
This is.
Ah, a dessert. Guessing we're in Nevada
It's the building in
then.
the Nevada desert.
The mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
That's why it was a Q door. Sure enough, that's a desert out there with mountains and all around it. Hello there, son. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I have ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Our bracelets. Guess I never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. A little electronic chip like an ATM card. That's it? There's nothing else? Nothing that even looks like a detonator. There was never a detonator to begin with. Aside from the two people that did have detonators.
Akane.
Jumpy.
No. Because I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Is this a new version of Morphogenetic Sorrow? Hey! We got to the ending. There's still a little bit more after the credits, I believe. Man, this is still fun. I enjoyed all the puzzles. I enjoyed the silly story. I enjoy the characters. We still have to do the knife ending, which will be fun. Fun way to end this. After we do the knife ending, which I don't know how long that'll take. I don't think I'm gonna take a break today. I think just like this might end up being a shorter stream because I'm not starting Zelda 1 today. That'll start up Tuesday. Or maybe Saturday. I might do Saturday since we're doing short stream tonight. I still can't believe that they changed the Sudoku puzzle to whatever the heck that was in like here. I think it had something to do with I think it actually did have something to do with it didn't work too well on a PC port as opposed to how it was in the DS screen. But even that, just like, it was really, for one thing, stupidly easy. You literally just wrote out password. Hi, Zero. Jumpy all beat up right over there. I don't think we've seen that picture. I think that is something you see in the knife ending. Oh, nope, we see it right here.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly
How
set.
does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
This kid needs to see a doctor. He really does.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Also, wasn't he in 6th grade during this? And, like, one of his front teeth is out? He doesn't have a missing tooth as an adult. I know you can still lose teeth in, like, 6th grade, because I did, but not with the front ones. Those ones usually go first. Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing sure has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the buildings. Keys in the ignition, gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know? Anyway, we jumped in, and now we are screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat. Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun! This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right?
Dun!
This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
Dun!
He doesn't have an international license.
Clover, do you?
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this seat up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down.
Dun. Lotus, you're a bad
Car
influence.
Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Sure thing.
Did we explain that June is Akane? Oh shit! God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast! Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. It was a couple hours after we run into the junior high school students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills, drenching a kitten in gasoline. When we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them, furious.
What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on them. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
Policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground, with a face covered in big, swelling
You
lumps.
couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
Because they were gonna light a cat on fire.
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
What kind of insane 8th graders were they that they're just like, let's light this cat on fire?
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Oh.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Why did you tell them the elementary school, Junpei?
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Gentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. Looks like he's just given up. Wonder if he even cares what happens to him
Hey,
anymore.
Were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
Could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
That's not that good of a reason to try and murder 18 children.
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes, if you want to put it simply. But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I could supply that as well.
No, put the tape
You
back
see,
on.
The human collective consciousness.
I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, someone's a little
Well, my
nosy.
next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, you see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. And during the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Gordain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question.
I found out Alice is actually
Is there
real.
actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Ooh, he has an answer, maybe. Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck.
Okay.
There was nothing in it, but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Mandragora, of the family Solanaceae.
Shouldn't it have killed you by screaming then?
I was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it.
Nope, no, not Otto.
I used that extract to create Soparil.
Okay.
Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo. Whereas my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride. I want to know if Ace had a bomb in his stomach. Because it's implied, because, like, the only people... We know that Nijisaki and, Kubota had, bombs in them. And they were two of the people who ran the Nonary project. So you think that Ace and, whatever Cap's actual name was...
What's this?
They also had bombs in their stomachs.
This is for you, doll. His name is Junpei.
I named him after myself. Junpei pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm towards me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Way to go, Junpei.
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Junpei, you just gave her your own voodoo doll. Now you're gonna be controlled.
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much?
Oh.
I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Oh.
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe.
Oh my goodness.
So I give this, it me. So we always together.
Oh.
Oh, Jumpy.
If something bad, then hold and pray.
And then she dropped it and decided it was worth risking her life to go for.
I go wherever you are.
No.
So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face, and I fell into June's tiny yarn body.
Jumpy, I'll never forget you. I promise.
Junpei Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and just said 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
Oh. Sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down towards the horizon. Last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening. Just the two of us leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. Sunset, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, the lights of the town began to flicker on. Still one thing I don't get. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now, as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the Morphic Field set and saved her 9 years ago? Alright, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then... How do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense, he's blind. He couldn't have seen her body anywhere. But Seven... He said he was sure he saw it. I mean, there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or wait... Maybe that's not it at all. There's one other logical explanation. What was it you told... Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there. There's somebody next to the road.
Did Seven lie to us the entire time?
Huh?
What?
Hmm?
Hey, it's a girl. The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there, on that shimmering plain, was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was. End. Yay! Now we get stabbed. Don't forget your towel. Achievement unlocked. Sixth sense of what's coming. Leave no one behind. Alrighty, let us... Whoop.
Look, it's...
Move over to that. Clover is gone. 2 rooms. Clover went into a door. She might have also killed Cap, but they're not going to talk about... Nobody's ever going to mention that. Junpei and June ran to the central hospital and looked around.
Not here.
No, she isn't.
They searched a little longer, but with no luck. They couldn't find Clover.
There's no sign of her.
Finally, they gave up and left the central hospital room. Yeah, we didn't check Snake's body. So they made their way back to the hallway. At last, they reached the stairs, and Junpei spoke.
Alright, I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
No.
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
There was a reason Junpei persisted in calling her June, even when they were alone. Although perhaps not the best reason. He was embarrassed to call her by the nickname he'd used when they were children. Connie. 9 years ago, it came naturally. After all, they were children. Now that they were adults, it felt strange. Regardless of what he might hope for, to call a woman he wasn't dating such a childish nickname felt odd to him. Of course, to call her Miss Kurashika would be even more awkward, and simply Kurashika would seem a little brusque. Although he couldn't put his finger on why, it felt somewhat forward to call her Kane when they hadn't seen one another for so long. Sure, it was simply easier for him to call her June and leave it at that.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Just call her Connie. Connie. Do it.
All right, I'm going then.
Bye.
Yeah, be careful, Connie.
June, or perhaps more appropriately, Connie, blushed and smiled.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
Bye, Connie. Junpei looked after her for a moment as she ran up the stairs and turned around to look off and took off for the hallway. Alright, let's head down. Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seemed almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in the dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might soon be fully dashed. He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall, Lotus. Junpei felt his blood turn to ice. Her body was limp, her skin smooth and pale as always. Was covered in bright red blood. Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. Slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank, all of his thoughts replaced with endless, hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse. No rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind told him that meant she had been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought, his mind slowly returning. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, although clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then. Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once? She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing that she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only two ways to do so. One, you escape from this ship. Two, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the paraxatic mirror's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Is that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? That was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet, so Ace. Perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining the bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? Thought it only just entered Junpei's mind when... He heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. Because that's exactly what it was. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body. A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain, there was heat. Extreme heat as well. It felt as though molten iron had been splashed across the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He had been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back. Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was a little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned to his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. Stabby, stabby. But as he did, the knife dove itself deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with his strings cut. My strings were in my back. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions. Not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade, the world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left him. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell, into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone. Wow, that was actually shorter than I thought. I'm still gonna end the stream here, though. I don't want to get Zelda set up. Cut and run. Where are my achievements for this game looking like? What ones am I missing, I should say? Doo-doo-doo. Oh, wait, yeah, this counts, VLR as well. Obtain all trophies. Escape from 8 rooms in VLR. Bunch of hidden achievements, which I assume are all VLR stuff. Sure you want to save? Let me see what ending you have. A knife! No! That's everything. We have done just about everything. We have done basically everything, aside from maybe, like, small dialogue options that have changed from randomness. Oh, yeah. Been playing this earlier than December. Yeah, it was fun. I gave up. That list I kind of gave up on. 9, 8, 7. So, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming. Thanks for everybody who came here. If there is one thing I regret about doing this game, it is that we ended with 8 streams of this. I found that out last night when I was when I was setting up the VOD on here. I'm just like, oh no, that last time was episode 7. This is gonna be episode 8. And I apologize again for just ending it abruptly last time. I wasn't the most happy with it, but I'm still fine with it. Alright, let us find a raid target. Which one of these is raid? There are too many scenes now. Here it is. Nobody's really streaming. Nobody's really streaming. Disperse then. I really don't have too much else to say, so, hope everybody had a good night. Remember, tomorrow we'll be starting up Hat in Time. We'll be starting up Zelda, hopefully on Saturday, if not Tuesday. Bye, everybody.